Got the John Deere 9 Series 110 millimeter heavy duty axle. So heavy duty means it comes off of a 90/30 series, some 92/30s, but 93/30, 94/30. It's got the thick housing, which is like the 120 millimeter, except it has a 110 shaft. Also can be identified by the 14 axle bolts instead of 18. So we sell these a couple different ways. We sell the final drives. If the final drive tests good, the vertical axle test, and the bearing is good, we don't do anything to it except call it good and ship it. If the bearing tests bad, it's out of spec, we'll disassemble the final drive and put strip the shaft down and put new bearings and seal on the shaft. Reassemble it. So in the center section, once the center section's off, we can check the, I'm not a mechanic, but whatever it is, we check on the pinion shaft, whether that's backlash, preload. Again, my words can be wrong, but then when it's off, we can also check the bearings on the differential. So if they're within spec, we leave them. If they're out of spec and they can be adjusted, we adjust. And if they're out of spec or getting up to spec, we'll go ahead and replace the bearings and seals, or replace the bearings. We already replaced the seals. So this one here, we've got a lot of different options we can do. This axle here would actually go all the way back to 100 series. So as a 100 series, it's a huge upgrade. As a 20 series, it's also a pretty big upgrade. Then within the 30 series, most of those came out with a 12 bolt differential. Later on, there was an update to a 18 bolt. So unless it's ever been replaced, most of them have 12 inside of them. Also, the 9R would have went to an 18 bolt differential or ring gear. So we can basically upgrade what's already a heavy duty axle up to in the 30 series, it would be an upgrade to the 30 series, or for the 30 series. So anyway, a lot of options that I just kind of went over there, but this one here we just put together for a guy. We keep them in the 3 pieces and bolted it together. We keep the bolts on hand and keep the brakes on hand, and we just stick it together and it'll ship out tomorrow. So that gives us a lot of flexibility on what we can sell, how fast we can put something together by doing the subcomponents. This is also work that we're subbing out to different shops, and that's how we would want to do that. Certain axles do sell a lot as a complete assembly, and some don't. So building it into the 3 sections is it's worked for us really good, because then instead of being a 2 or 3 day job, we did this one here this morning. So it's a half-day job. It can ship tomorrow. Sometimes it can ship the same day based on when we start the work or when the order comes in. So one, if you're needing an axle or final drive or differential, we can fix you up there. If you're interested in doing any sub work and you want to stand behind your work, we give a year warranty with these pieces. We give a year part and labor when we rebuild them. So we can pay dealership rate at dealership MST times, as long as you stand behind the work.